So we have two big problems today. One is a major bathroom leak. And the other problem is that our bathroom is size 7.5 small, women's, not men's, and the pipe burst right behind there. There is no room in there for me or any other normal human person to get to, but still we got to try. Actually, that's not all the problems we've got. We've got solar panels. I'm running out of room on this thing. Kitchen latches. I'm also going to run out of chalk. Seats. And this is a fun one. Both bus and clown car. Clown car. CC. You're not going to believe the clown car one. Let's see what else is in here. Yada, yada, yada. I need a job. Can't do much there. Kitchen latches, water leak. Oh, yeah. You're not going to see this one, but need an oil change. There's an A in there. So yeah, I mean, truthfully, I'm only going to show you the bathroom leak today because it's going to be a whole lot of fun watching my big ass get in that little small thing. But we really need to clean the solar panels. We really need to put the latches in, and well, I'm just going to ignore that one for now. That's a tough one. Okay, let's knock a couple of the easy ones out first, besides the broken ankle from that giant hole in the ground. Okay, the sun just came out, and while I relish having electricity, I don't feel like working too much today. So I'm just going to describe to you, what it is I need to do. We'll take a little break, and then we'll jump into the bathroom. Do you see these little latches right here? These are latches that you use on, well, like jewelry boxes and things like that. We had child-proof locks on these things, and they were a pain in the butt. You couldn't get them open without 3 hands and 4 children to help you out. So I put these things on here. They're on every single drawer. The problem is, well, one of them broke completely off. This whole thing pulled out of that wood, so I got to replace them. I have them. They come in a pack of 500, and I need to get a little bit longer screws in order to make that work. So yeah, we'll put that one on the Rick's problem for tomorrow list. The other problem is this seat. You see how the driver's seat is a wiggling and a wobbling? That's because the bolt fell out. It's it makes for a very interesting funhouse ride when you're bouncing down the road. So yeah, I just got to find a bolt somewhere. Maybe when I do the bathroom and I'm all cramped up, I'll cramp myself up under there too. Oh, I got to show you the seatbelt in the clown car though. So about a week. Oh, that's Gabe out there weed whacking. The second I sat in the car, I thought it was something I did. So we have a seatbelt in here. Do you notice kind of there's a part missing? You can attach this. You can attach this there, but this came off. Well, as you can see, it's just stranded cable and it just snapped completely clean. It was very confusing till I looked down at the other end. All right, I hope you can see it. This is the cables. Very frayed cables that look, I swear to God, like they were cut off. Now I'm thinking to myself, Rick, how can cables be cut off? The seatbelt was holding quite well. Oh, let me find it. Electrical tape. The prior owner decided to put this together with electrical tape on this. And for about a month, we didn't know any different. And then pop. Here's the fun part. You can't buy that seatbelt assembly anymore. They stopped making smart cars a long time ago. And even though they're made by Mercedes, you can't find the parts easily. Nobody's selling aftermarket. I have found a company that repairs those things with OEM parts, they say, which means I got to take that out, put it in a box, ship it to Connecticut, where they will ship it back here in the land of who knows where in Oregon, and we can safely drive again. One little minor problem. I got to take Nikki in there, to the airport tomorrow. In Portland, hour and a half away. I can't drive without a seatbelt, so I'm going to do the whole, let's just throw it across the shoulders so the cops don't see me and I'll figure out the rest later. Which means, again, another task not being done today. And yes, I indeed completely admit I am procrastinating. I have been putting off the bathroom repair for quite a while. Let me show you exactly what I'm facing. And then while I pretend like I'm thinking about gathering tools and working, you can watch this little snippet afterwards, and then we'll come back and see how much more procrastinating we can do. Like I said, I have no idea how I'm actually going to film this for you because, as you can see, I don't fit in here very well. Okay, let's hang on. This is not real brick, obviously, but behind here go water lines and electrical lines, and that's wet. That is very, very wet right there. This was wet. This is a prior urine tube flowing. Let's just rebuild the whole cabinet. Wasn't that fun. But no, this is fresh. It's leaking right here. What I suspect is happening is that the PEX pipe let loose. There might be a fitting right there. Maybe a screw popped into it. I don't know. I need to figure out how to open that up, get into it without cutting the wires, without cutting the plumbing, and in some way that I might be able to repair it so no one knows I did it. I'm actually very happy that it happened in an accessible place. I was worried I was going to have to take this out and this out, which I should. I honestly, God, really should do that because, God, I'm stuck. That's the right thing to do, which means taking off the whole wall, getting to the access, no pipes will be cut. I'm not going to do it the right way because it's more fun to do it the wrong way, even though I don't have the tools. But I do know who has the tools. Doesn't this just look like a Home Depot threw up all over a table? Thank God Gabe loves his Ryobis. And somewhere in here, oh, there it is a reciprocating saw. This, hopefully, will get through the wall without doing too much damage. So, Nikki and I are trying to do better, health-wise, the way we eat, the way we exercise, the way we live. Well, it's kind of hard to do when one of us goes shopping at the Dollar Tree. Let me explain. We said, no more starch. No more starch for us. Starch is bad. We said, no more empty calories. No more of this. And so, of course, that is exactly what we did. We didn't buy any more bread. We did not buy any more tortillas. We only bought healthy food. The sad part is, there was actually 4 more apple pies over there on that counter just 2 days ago. One of us didn't get the memo on the healthy eating. But I can't be blamed. I can't be expected to have willpower. I can't put it off any longer. Gonna have to go into the wall. Now, I do have a major problem though, before the major problem. The electricity that's running and the plumbing that's running, I gotta turn it all off. Because if I cut into a wire or a pipe while it's all energized, that's kind of a bad thing. Drain the water lines. Oh, let's just get this one running too. This one's closer. We might be good. Should be good. I hope we're good. Well, I do have to be sort of quick. The refrigerator is off, and well, if I spend too much time. Anyway, let me show you what I'm going to do before I pack us both into here. If I remember right, down here is where the water lines go, and I think the electrical lines, at least the 120 household ones, are down there. I seem to remember that the lines for this 12-volt fan, which don't work, come up through this side. I think this is safe. I'm going to try to cut out a square and look in there. And if I don't touch wires, I will just one square at a time down to the bottom. Oh, I guess I need to go get that tool. I should have grabbed it when I had a chance. There. The saw is gone. The saw is gone. Nope. Gabe delivered it to me. Whew. Okay. Let's get this thing going. It's not cordless. It's completely corded. And the electricity's off in the bus. Huh. Oh, wait. You remember a few months ago when All Power sent me a battery and a solar charger? Well, how do I turn this thing on? I think I can use this to power that. Yes, life is good. Here's a fun fact to know and tell. I have never ever touched one of these before. I have no idea how it... Oh. Huh. If I did that correctly, should be. Why aren't you coming out? Come on, let go. Well, here we go. Oh, see that blue line right there? Here, let me try to get you inside. That blue line? That's the water line. I cut into the wall. Ooh, pretty damn close. So this is what I need to... Let me stick my finger in there. Hey, don't let your mind go there. Oh, there's a... What is that? I managed to cut it in the exact right spot. There's a 2x2 up there for cross bracing. There's a water line there. Oh, and there's the electrical wires. Ha! I got seriously lucky. Well, that's the wire that I didn't want to cut, and I did not. That's the pipe that I didn't want to cut. Hi there. I still can't see the bottom, but I can see where I'm not supposed to cut. I got to stand up. My legs are cramping. This is the world's tiniest bathroom. Okay. I apologize. You and I cannot fit in here at the same time. Go get a drink. When you come back, I'll have the wall open and we'll see what we see. Turn everything back on real quick. You're not going to believe this. I'm not seeing. Let me put the light on it. Do you see a leak? Here, let me put you down really close. This spot right here was where we saw wetness. You see any wetness? There's no wetness. There's not a single drop. I mean, could the leak have been coming from... No, see, that's completely dry. It's complete. Yes, it's very small. It looked like it was wet from here, but there's no leakage. There's absolutely... So why was the floor wet? Why did we see that discoloration? And it's raised. The only thing I can think of is that water is coming from underneath. That means I got to cut the floor off? I need a second set of eyes. I'm going to go get Gabe. Well, there is good news. There is good news. There is bad news. And there's, oh my God, don't I feel stupid news. The bad news is I have to hold this microphone because the little magnet that's on it, I don't know where it is. So I'll feel like one of those kids on YouTube where I have to hold my microphone. The good news is there is no leak. The other good news is I'm not calling this a let's find the leak project anymore. I'm calling it I needed to create an access hole in the wall in case there ever is a leak in the future project. Now for the stupid. This is our theory, our working theory. Okay, we got a light on the subject. See if you come up to the same conclusion that Gabe and I did. This is these. You ever tried to hold a microphone and a camera at the same time? This patch here is what we considered to be wet. Gabe actually stuck his nose in it, and it doesn't smell like anything. This wood here smells like wood. That just kind of smells less like wood. There's no water coming this way. There's nothing coming this way. that leaves two directions. Up, something fell from the ceiling, where somehow there's a little pinpoint hole underneath the bus that's spraying there. I don't see that as happening. It's... Hang on, I'm going to get my other microphone because I can't keep holding this. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Yep, that works. If you think you know what happened, leave it in the comments and then hit pause. Well, hit pause before you leave it in the comments because I'm about to tell you what we believe. When you are driving this bus, things bounce, things rattle and roll. Things fly through the air and hit me in the back of the head. We also get a lot of things that fall down in the bathroom. Everything that's on here is just sitting here. They are never not just sitting there. So what would have happened if, drive, bump, 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 and it falls down and it leaks. And it leaks for the next hour while we're driving. And then we come in and go, oh, look, something fell down. And we put it back up and go on our merry way. Actually, I think I just did it again. See where it's wet? We usually have a carpet over that spot, which means we'd never see it. The carpet would just be a little damp. The water of whatever liquid fell down dries out, and it leaves a spot that looks like a leak. For the few days that you're standing on it until all that evaporates, it feels wet. No, we don't have a leak. We do not have an ongoing leak that I have been ignoring for several months. We've got a dropped bottle spill. It also feels a little slippery, if you will. So whatever fell was a soap or a conditioner or a shampoo or something. I feel like an idiot. I don't know. You would have thought that maybe, just maybe, that idea could have entered my mind before I cut a hole in the wall. We now have a lovely access hatch to get to the wires and the plumbing if we actually need it, which we haven't in 3 years, but I'm calling that a win. I'm also going to make sure I didn't nick any wires. And I'm going to enjoy my non-alcoholic beverage. Actually, I think I'm going to switch to something a little more celebratory. Anyway, that's the big leak. That's what I've been putting off. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.
I will step down when a